Games new to me. Please like and subscribe.
Hey guys, Rob here from Games New to Me, and I wanted to talk to you about a little bit of news that's coming up. So everybody's heard that we are definitely getting a PlayStation Neo, which is a beefed up PlayStation. It's going to have a better processor, better memory, better GPU. PlayStation 4 will be able to play the same games as the PlayStation Neo, only in lower resolution. The PlayStation Neo will have higher frame rates also. It's obviously going to be 4K compliant, and it'll probably work a lot better with the new virtual reality that Sony's coming out with for the PlayStation. So Neo will have higher frame rates. Here's where things get tricky. This is what I don't understand. This is what drives me crazy. So it comes out now that most developers are not happy with the PS4 Neo. Some of the reasons claimed are extra resources that are needed to meet new stats, extra planning, etc., 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 excuse. Now, bear with me, this drives me up the fucking wall. Why are these developers not happy? Remember when we first saw Watch Dogs? It was gorgeous graphics, gorgeous this, gorgeous that. It was just a stunning looking game. It was promising everything. It was basically the flagship of the new generation of consoles. And we were all excited because it looked fantastic. I mean, it really, really looked fantastic. It finally dropped. We bought it. What did we find? We found lower resolution, things looking drabby, things not looking anything like the demo that was originally shown on stage. And that got me thinking. A lot of games that we see at these shows basically look stunning, but when they drop and we bring them home, they don't look like the games that we were first shown at E3 or other shows. So here's what I'm wondering. Here's what I'm thinking. What if developers are making just sections of the game in higher resolutions for these shows to get us excited? Basically a commercial, a playable commercial. That the commercial has stunning graphics, stunning gameplay, it's touted as this, that, the other. But they only made that one small section, and when the game finally drops, they claim, oh, well, sorry, we had to actually cut down on the resolution and the frame rate and this and that, the other, because the PlayStation 4 is just not powerful enough, and we wanted to just make players happy, so we had to make compromises. And we hear stuff like this. Wait a second, what the fuck are you talking about? You showed us a game at E3 that looked freaking amazing. It looked like a game designed for the PS4 Neo. Now, you're telling us that, oh no, sorry, the game had to be nerfed, it was too graphics intensive, the PlayStation 4, it was always the PlayStation 4's fault why the game doesn't look as good as it did at the show. Okay, fine. Well, now we have the PS4 Neo coming out, and guess what? It's capable of handling the graphics that are shown at the shows. So, sorry about that, that was my phone. But anyway, so what does that mean? Is it possible? Now, I don't have any facts, I don't have anything to back this up with, but I'm wondering if the excuse of, oh, the PS4 is just not powerful enough is just bullshit, because they never actually made a more powerful, better looking game in the first place. They just made a demo and put extra resources into it. So in other words, the developers have been lying to us and basically blaming PlayStation and Sony, and now Sony's like, oh yeah, motherfuckers? Guess what? Make the prettiest fucking game you can, because we've got the PlayStation 4 Neo, and it can handle whatever graphics you want to throw at it. And now, because of that big middle finger, that rebut from Sony, the developers are like, no, it takes extra resources to meet the new stats. It's just so much work. We can't do it. Motherfuckers, you've been doing it for the fucking shows in the first place. Unless that was all a lie and what we got was what you actually made in the first place. Maybe what you were showing us was in fact just a brief commercial and nothing more. And the rest of the game was made looking like it does at retail time, and that's why you're upset. I don't know if that's true, but hey, I don't have any better explanation. It's not that big of a deal if you made the game that you showed at the show, right? You show off a game at E3, it looks gorgeous. What's the problem? What's the problem now anyway? You have the PlayStation 4 Neo. PlayStation 4 players who don't want to upgrade to the Neo, that's fine. They can play the reduced graphics, whatever. Automatically it'll be selected probably in the console. But what the fuck? Why would you be upset? You've been complaining all this time that, the PlayStation 4 is not powerful enough to handle the graphics we intended. Assholes, you obviously never intended those graphics, or you wouldn't be bitching and moaning now that PlayStation 4 Neo is coming out, and now you actually can display the quote-unquote great graphics you developed in the first place. Anyway, that's just food for thought. I'm Rob from Games New to Me. Please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks. Bye-bye.